Osteoporosis is sneaking up on you sooner than you think. Most people think of osteoporosis as something that happens after 60, when the bones become brittle and break easily. But here's the shocking truth. You start losing bone density in your 30s, and by the time symptoms appear, the damage is already advanced. More than 54 million people in the US alone are affected by osteoporosis or low bone mass, and many of them had no warning signs. This isn't just about broken hips later in life. It's about silent bone loss happening right now, especially if your diet is working against you. In this video, you'll discover when osteoporosis really begins, which foods accelerate bone loss, the early red flags most people ignore, and how to start rebuilding your bones today, naturally. Stay with me until topic 5. We'll cover practical foods and habits you can apply immediately. Like, share, and subscribe if you care about keeping your bones and independence strong for life. Osteoporosis isn't just for the elderly. It starts decades earlier. Here's something most doctors don't tell you. Your bones reach their peak density around age 30. After that, it's a slow and steady decline, unless you actively protect them. For women, the risk is even higher. Estrogen plays a crucial role in maintaining bone mass, and levels begin to drop sharply in the 40s, long before menopause. For men, testosterone also supports bone health, and declining levels with age can quietly weaken bones too. What speeds up bone loss? And diets low in calcium, vitamin D, and magnesium. Lack of strength-bearing exercise, chronic inflammation, smoking, and excessive alcohol. And here's the kicker. Most people won't feel anything until their bones are so thin, a small fall can cause a fracture. Think of osteoporosis like a silent thief, stealing your strength little by little unless you act now. The nutrient deficiency that weakens your bones daily. Your bones aren't just made of calcium. They're a living tissue that needs a full team of nutrients to stay dense, flexible, and strong. And most people? They're missing more than one. The critical trio for bone health. 1. Calcium. The most well-known bone mineral, but many people don't absorb it properly, especially if they're low in vitamin D or magnesium. 2. Vitamin D helps your body absorb calcium and regulate bone turnover. Without enough of it, you could be consuming calcium and still losing bone mass. 3. Magnesium activates vitamin D and is essential for bone structure. It's the forgotten mineral in bone health, and up to 70% of adults are deficient. Why deficiency is so common? Modern diets are high in processed food and low in mineral-rich whole foods. Many people avoid dairy or don't get sunlight, vitamin D. The stress, caffeine, and alcohol drain your body's mineral reserves daily. Without these nutrients working together, your bones become porous, fragile, and unable to repair micro-damage, which builds up over time and leads to fractures. Doctors' advice: eat leafy greens, fatty fish, nuts, and fortified foods. Consider a high-quality bone health supplement that includes calcium, vitamin D3, magnesium, and vitamin K2 for proper calcium placement. And surprising foods that steal calcium from your bones. You might be eating healthy, or at least trying to, but certain everyday foods are quietly robbing your bones of the calcium and minerals they need to stay strong. 1. Soda, especially cola. Phosphoric acid in cola-based sodas pulls calcium from the bones to balance blood pH. Studies show that regular soda drinkers have significantly lower bone density, especially women. 2. Too much caffeine. While 1 or 2 cups of coffee are generally safe, excess caffeine can interfere with calcium absorption. And if you're not eating enough calcium to begin with, this can accelerate bone loss over time. 3. Salty foods. High sodium intake causes the kidneys to excrete more calcium through urine. The more salt you eat, think chips, processed foods, canned soups, the more calcium your body flushes away. 4. Excessive protein without balance. Diets too high in animal protein without enough fruits and vegetables can create an acidic environment in the body. Your system may leach calcium from bones to neutralize the acid. 5. Alcohol. Excessive alcohol interferes with calcium absorption and disrupts the balance of hormones like estrogen and testosterone, both crucial for bone density. Doctor's advice: you don't have to eliminate these foods completely, but if you're over 30, it's time to limit them and counterbalance with mineral-rich, alkalizing foods. Warning signs: you're losing bone mass before it's too late. Osteoporosis is often called the silent disease because you can be losing bone mass for years without feeling a thing. But your body does give you clues. You just need to know how to recognize them. Subtle signs of early bone loss. Loss of height. A decrease of just 1 to 2 centimeters can signal vertebral compression due to weakened bones. A back pain, especially in the lower back or spine, which may indicate microfractures or reduced bone cushioning. Stooped posture. Slouching or curved upper back can signal vertebral bone weakness. Weak grip strength. Bones in the hands are among the first to show loss of density. Brittle nails. Not always cosmetic. They can reflect nutritional deficiencies affecting bone health. And frequent fractures or sprains. Breaking a bone from a minor fall or bump is a red flag. Many people dismiss these as normal aging, but they are early red flags of a much bigger issue. Ignoring them increases the risk of sudden, life-altering fractures later, especially in the hip or spine. Doctor's advice: if you're experiencing any of these signs, it's time to assess your bone density and nutritional status. A DEXA scan can help detect early bone loss, and diet is your first defense. Bone-boosting foods and habits to start now. The good news? You can take action today to rebuild and protect your bones, no matter your age. The secret lies in consistency, nutrition, and lifestyle. Eat for strong bones. Calcium-rich foods. Leafy greens, kale, bok choy, sardines with bones, almonds, tofu, and dairy, if tolerated. And vitamin D sources, fatty fish like salmon and mackerel, fortified plant milks, or moderate sun exposure, 15 minutes day. Magnesium and potassium, avocados, bananas, legumes, nuts and seeds. Vitamin K2, found in fermented foods like natto, hard cheeses, and egg yolks. It helps direct calcium to your bones and not your arteries. Move with purpose. Weight-bearing exercises, walking, dancing, climbing stairs, and resistance training signal your bones to stay strong. And balance training, yoga, tai chi, and simple balance exercises reduce the risk of falls and fractures. Prioritize recovery. Sleep is when your bones regenerate. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of quality rest to support hormonal balance and repair. Eliminate bone killers. Avoid smoking, excess alcohol, and ultra-processed foods that drain your minerals and accelerate bone loss. Doctor's advice: think of your bones like a retirement account. The earlier and more consistently you invest, with good food and movement, the more stability and independence you'll have later. Your bones are speaking. Are you listening? Osteoporosis doesn't start at 70. It starts silently, often in your 30s or 40s, when poor diet and lifestyle habits quietly chip away at your bone strength. But now you're informed, and that gives you power. Let's recap what we've learned. 1. Bone loss begins decades before symptoms appear. 2. Missing nutrients like calcium, magnesium, and vitamin D weaken your skeleton daily. 3. Common foods, soda, caffeine, salty snacks, are stealing calcium from your bones. 4. Early signs like shrinking height, brittle nails, or back pain are red flags. 5. You can take control now with bone-building foods, strength exercises, and smart habits. Your bones are your foundation, literally. And how you treat them today determines your mobility, independence, and quality of life tomorrow. If you found this video helpful, give it a like, comment below with what change you're starting today, and subscribe for more evidence-based health guidance. And please, share this with someone in their 30s or 40s, because preventing osteoporosis starts far earlier than most people realize.